Hello, gentlemen. Today we're going to break down the numerous reasons why RPOs are the absolute best right now and why you should be using them over every shotgun run in the game. Now, real quick, I want to say sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. I know some of you probably don't care, but for those of you who do, I've been working really hard on the defense. It's a new defense that nobody's running, and it's actually really, really good. So be on the lookout for that this weekend. I plan on dropping part 1 this weekend. That'll cover, how to defend some of the meta formations like trips, bunch, and tight slots. So if you guys are interested in that, acemadden.com. If you're a member, just be on the lookout this weekend. If you're not, use code ACE for 15% off any membership. That'll grant you access to all of our ebooks. Now let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so reason number 1 is that you can spam RPOs and have no consequence. Because EA has implemented a new feature called AI Read and React. For some of you, you probably know what that is already. For those of you who don't, it's just a feature that makes it so you can't spam the same run plays over and over again. If you do it, there will be somewhat of a penalty. There will be more aggressive sheds along the defensive line. There will be better pursuit angles, and it's just harder to run the same run plays over and over again. But RPOs are kind of a loophole because they're not only a run play, they're also a pass play. So the AI is not going to recognize this, and you can spam these runs. So that's one of the reasons why RPOs are so heavily favored right now, is because of this AI Read and React. But don't get me wrong, there's plenty of other reasons why you should be using RPOs instead of regular runs. And we'll go ahead and get into the second one. Reason number 2 is RPOs are more difficult to shoot than regular shotgun runs. So what I'm going to do is show you kind of a universal shotgun run defense that people will use if they're getting abused by shotgun runs for whatever reason. This will help you shoot it in the backfield. I'm in 3-3 Cub. It's Tampa 2. It doesn't really matter what play it is though. And all you're going to do is shift your defensive line to the strong side, which is left in this case, and then crash up, hide with your user right about here, and then just shoot straight down into this gap. In this case, we get 2 guys unblocked, and it's a really good shotgun run defense. Like, this is going to work against a lot of runs. Sometimes pulling guards can make it more complicated, but inside zone for sure is getting blown up. Now, the thing is, if you use this exact same defense where we shift over here, crash up, and if we audible to RPO alert bubble, which is obviously an RPO, it's going to be more inconsistent. And by the way, this is trips, tight end, offset, and this is the Eagles playbook if you guys want to just kind of steal stuff. So what you're going to see is sometimes I'll come in, sometimes I won't. It's very inconsistent. Like right there, I do, and that's fine. But let me just straight up say, it's not going to happen every single time. And it's also formation dependent. Sometimes certain formations will pick you up really good, and sometimes they won't. It's definitely a mixed bag with these RPOs. Like right there, I got chipped. Now, I know in this specific example, this defensive end is like unblocked, so it's really not a big deal if this center picks us up. But you're just gonna have to take my word for it, guys. Like, RPOs are really hard to shoot compared to regular like inside zone, and that's just another appeal of using them. Reason number 3 is actually a very big one, and you have to be completely aware of this, and it's the fact that you cannot send 3 against them without getting pancaked. And what I mean by that is people will oftentimes audible down to 3-3 Cub from 3-3, and then they will drop these linebackers, these outside linebackers, they're oftentimes safeties, into coverage, and they will send 3 like this, because sometimes they send the 5-man pressure, and then once they establish that, they might send 3. Well, the problem with that against this RPO is that if you do that, you are getting pancaked. It does not matter if your user is blitzed. Like, literally doesn't matter at all. As you can see, my user was blitzed. I was in the box, and my 3 defensive linemen just get completely mauled, and that is going to happen every single time. I don't know. This is annoying because I'm not used to not having safeties at my outside linebacker. Okay, there we go. It's going to happen every time. Boom, blown up. In this case, it doesn't really matter because we could still flow over and make the play. I wouldn't say that them getting pancaked is the most detrimental thing of all time, because oftentimes they're not going to get to the next level. They're just kind of like plowing their guys and then not really picking anybody else up because they are in that animation. But it is still kind of bad. If you're getting pancaked every single time when you send 3, that's a pretty nice feature for RPOs. Like, you have to be mindful of that. You have to send 5 more often, or send an actual 4. if you want it to not happen. So like if you go ahead and look at, if I go ahead and drop, let's say this guy into coverage, what you're going to see is now they're going to hold up and not get completely pancaked. So that is a huge reason why RPOs are being used right now. And then reason number 4 is that you obviously have the option to pass. That's something that is a given. It's an RPO run pass option. And then the other one is that some of them have built-in read options, and those are a huge pain in the ass. Like, that is an understatement. RPO read bubble out of Gun Bunch Strong Nasty is a great play. Really, any of the RPO reads are a headache to defend, and I'm going to show you why. Now, again, I am in the Eagles playbook on offense, if you guys want to steal this one. If you guys want me to break down all of the good RPOs in the game, I can do that. Let's go ahead and get this video to 200 likes, and I will break down the best RPOs that you guys should be using in your games. Okay, now let's talk about this play. If you look at the play art, you're going to see above our tight end, the edge defender has a read key above him, which means we are in a read option. We already knew that, I guess, at the play call screen. If you look above the receiver that's on a bubble, that outside cornerback is, I believe, in a pitch key, and that is just going to make things more annoying. So your opponent, if you're spamming this, he might start, going conservative for his option defense, and then all that's going to do is just make your handoff that much better to the running back. And guys, this play is so annoying. I hate this play so much. But you can read the edge defender if you want. If he crashes, I meant to take off with my quarterback. I'm an idiot. But if he crashes down, you don't hold A or X, which you have to do, by the way. I didn't mention that. But if you want to hand it off to the running back, you hold A or X like this and take off. And right there, I want you to notice something. I handed it off when I should have taken off with my quarterback, and we still outrun that defender. It does not matter. He's actually like, you could just hand it off every single time against most defenses instead of taking off with your quarterback. But again, what's going to happen is people will often change their coaching adjustments to conservative to play the quarterback every single time. But like right here, look what happens. We take off with the quarterback and get a huge gain. And I should have gone down, but it's practice mode, so who cares? Now, as for the bubble is going to be throwable against some zone coverages. Right here, it's a man coverage, and it's not really going to be open. There are certain RPO bubbles that are throwable against like a lot of different things. This one isn't that good against man coverage. If you go to like a Tampa 2, or actually I think cover 3 would be better to demonstrate this, you're gonna see it can be throwable. That guy missed his block, but overall the bubble isn't the main appeal. I would say it's definitely the RPO in read option. Again, you can hand it off to the running back with A or X and get huge gains large majority of the time, or you can just not hold A or X and take off with your quarterback. Right there, I shouldn't have done it, but as you guys can see, this play is a huge headache. If you run it properly, you're going to get huge gains against your opponent. So that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to break down the reasons why RPOs are so good and why you should be spamming them, because they are very spammable and a lot of people don't have defense for them. So definitely start using them. Now, as for the best RPOs in the game, if you guys want me to break that down, let's get this video to 200 likes and I will do that. And then lastly, be ready for that defense that's dropping this weekend. It's going to be really good. I'm not just saying that because it's my defense. It's something that is very off meta, but it's also very meta. It's in line with the meta, I should say. And it's going to be really good against the meta formations in the game, like trips, bunch, tight slots, all that kind of stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Become a member on acemadden.com, and I'll see you guys later.